Yeah, it must be a really confident and happy place after the weekend, and the run continues.
Very much so. I think obviously coming back in after the game, a lot of the players for the first time experienced sunshine on leaf after the game and what that meant to everybody involved. I think even watching the game back, I thought the players were outstanding on the day. I know I mentioned that after the game, and they deserve all the credit for it, for how good they were. To a man, they had to be at the very top of their game, and they were. And then as a result of that, as you just said, the run will continue, which is brilliant. And I think they fully deserve it for all the work and effort they've put in and the level of performances they've done, which is great for everyone involved.
When you're on a roll like this, do you want the games coming as quick and fast as they are?
I think you do. I think you want to keep playing, especially, like as I just said there, the players are in a real good place. They're enjoying training, they're coming in with a smile on their face, which is something that there's no better feeling as a player if you're winning games and the confidence is high, momentum's high. But at the same time, you're always guarding against making sure you don't get complacent. That's something we talk about a lot, setting targets and goals and everything that comes with that. We know what the result of the weekend has done, has gave us an opportunity when we had to get the result. When you see the results, other results that happened that weekend, ended up being a huge 3 points for us when you see the other results. That we've got the opportunity, like we've set out for a long time now, to try and catch the team in front of us. Dundee United away will be a real tough game, but if we win the game we can go above them, so that is the full focus of the players, and it's all that's on their mind at the minute, which is great.
I was going to say that about that chance to leapfrog them tomorrow night. Is that something that is a good driver for them, understanding that it's another place up the table that's at stake?
Yeah, I think I've said that numerous weeks now, that it has always been about trying to catch the team in front of us, and naturally that was because of, when you think back to not so long ago, we were bottom of the league, and I think even when you look at how tight the league is at the moment and how it's going to be between right to the end and to the split, that every point's going to be so important. So if you can catch the team in front of you, you give yourself a right chance, and that has been our mindset every week. I know people want to start looking up the table all the time because of the run we've been on, because of the momentum we've been building, but the focus has always been about just catching that team in front of us, and the earlier we can accumulate the amount of points to cement that top six, the quicker you can do it, the more chance you've got of catching the teams in front as well. So that has been the mindset and the focus of the players for a number of weeks now.
How important you've got a week like this where you had a massive result, there's another massive game coming at the weekend, but this one that's sandwiched in the middle, and it's a tricky place to be, keeping the focus right there.
It is. I think it's been almost that feeling for a number of weeks now, I think, as well, because of when you think back to such a slow start, we were running out of games to try and get a run of form together to make sure we can get into that top six. Now, thankfully we managed to do that, put that run together, which has gave us a brilliant opportunity and put us where we needed to be right now. But when you think back to how the games have went, the challenges we're faced within it, you can't. It's always been, we need to win this game, the next game, the next game, the next game, about how big each game is at the moment, and it's going to be exactly the same every game between now and that last game before the split. And it's just because of the nature of the league. I mean, when you look at how tight it is, so that isn't going to change, and we need to keep moving forward and keep improving, because there's still a lot of that to do as well.
What have you made of Dundee United? They've been particularly good at home. It's a very effective team this year under Jim.
I think Jim's done an incredible job for a newly promoted side for the Championship last season. They've continued that momentum on. Started the season incredibly well, but they've continued that right throughout the whole season, which is real credit to Jim and his staff and the players for putting that together, and they're where they are in the league for a reason. So we know it's going to be a real tough test going up there, but like I say, our full focus is on, if we win the game we can go above them, and that's all we need to be thinking about, nothing else. Don't be looking forward to what lies ahead other than that. But again, it's going to be another one of the games where the games we've played against them previously, we've actually played quite well in the games, but not got the results that we needed to get from them. So we are going up there in a much better place than we were previously, but we also know the challenges that are going to be there, and as I said, we know it's going to be a tough place to go.
Clubs announced the pre-contract agreement with Jamie and McGrath. How happy are you to get that one all kind of sorted out nice and early?
Yes, listen, with great respect, he's still an Aberdeen player, so I don't want to get dragged into talking about players from other clubs. But from our point of view, obviously delighted to get that one done, and we can talk about that come the end of the season once he's in the building.
Any team news?
Team news, yeah, a couple of things. Well, obviously Kwon couldn't play because it was Celtic, so he comes back, he's available. Alassana's available now after his suspension. The frustrating one's Joe Newell. So unfortunately Joe picked up an additional injury, not actually a reoccurrence of his current injury, which is going to probably keep him out for another couple of weeks, which is a big blow for Joe as well. Really frustrated with that, how hard he's worked to try and get back in, go back into the matchday squad at the weekend, but unfortunately he's picked up a bit of a niggle, which is probably going to keep him out for a couple of weeks. So that's a bit of a blow, but the other side to that is at least we've got a couple of bodies back in that area of the pitch, and also with players coming in and doing well as well. Dylan Levitt trained as well today fully. We'll see how he reacts, but Joe's probably the only one that's in a negative position now, having suffered a little bit of a setback.